What time is it? Your show. Yeah, what time is it? Your show. Yeah, what time is it? Your show. Yeah, he's back from the dead. Your show. Putting it on the map, yeah. Saskatoon. Right next to New York. New York. Yeah, what show, yeah. Your show. What time is it? Your show. Yeah, time to talk some shit, yeah. Your show.
You've tuned in, yeah?
Yeah, fun Maggie. Bark, bark, wolf, wolf, move on to treat, yeah. Keep listening.
Welcome to your show. It is the Monday edition, St. Paddy's Day. I bet you're surprised why I'm here. Well, I can tell you, I'm not wearing this hat for any longer than it takes Gary to get back up here, because I don't know why he's not here. This is... Oh, Maggie's apparently not cooperating. This is peak content, I'm told. You know, Gary, you really got to get better at this.
It's not me, it's the dog, man.
Come on. Well, here you go. You can have this back now.
That was a great start.
Yeah.
I'm proud of you. Now, are we going to pretend like you weren't here?
I'm not here. I've never been here. What are you talking about?
Very interesting. Hello and welcome into yet another week of your show. My name is Gary. I hope you had the best weekend of your life. If not, we will change that. I promise you. This is still, as far as we know, the only show originating out of Saskatoon from 4 to 5 p.m. live, Monday to Friday. And we're so proud to always be able to say that at the start of the show, because if you're wondering why we're the only one, it's because most people frown on making mistakes. Not around here. We thrive on making mistakes because it's not a mistake if you learn from it. And we're always learning because we're real human beings, and that's what makes this place so special. That, and more importantly, the cutest dog in the world. So cute, in fact, she's got her own camera. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Maggie Cam. Oh, man. Sorry, I had to run inside to go pee real quick, and then she was trying to argue with me, and then things were going. Very proud of you, by the way, LB. That was a hell of an entrance. Or intro, I guess it would be. The Maggie Cam for our fantastic friends over at Pet Planet on 8th Street. Your pet's natural grocer. When you walk into those doors, boy, oh boy. Your life just gets better. Okay? Maggie's boyfriend, Leroy, greets you at the door, walks you up to the till. You say hi to Mike and/or Rochelle. And then you shop away, whether it's for the brand new Buckle Up collars and leashes, or all the new toys, outfits, foods, be it your normal dog food or the raw food they have in the back fridges. It's all there for you right beside the cleaning station. Margaret's going to be ready to go for a cleanup here right away. Lots of exciting things happening, all right? Over at Pet Planet on 8th Street, your pet's natural grocer. Everything's exciting except for Maggie being out of frame. She almost nailed it. Ooh, that's my leg. You can pet my leg too if you want. Thank you very much. That's the fluffiest butt to ever fluff right there. Well done. Okay. No more treats. We already bribed you. Today is a day. Some say it's a Saint's Day. I was told I had to dress up. So this is what you get. Made a social media post. It was a perfect example of how social media posting goes around here, and why I always suggest to get yourself a social media person. Might I suggest Wendy Bricks Media, best social media in the biz. She put together a little St. Paddy's Day video, and you can see it on our socials, and I also posted it on the personal thing as well, because I thought it was a very good example of how you can really make things work if you just compromise a little bit. Just give a little bit, take a little bit, meet in the middle. That's what we did. So we got a video of me looking pissed off in this outfit. Maggie loved it, though. So if you want to see Maggie in her cute little St. Paddy's Day outfit.
I don't think she liked the outfit, if we're being honest. She looked like she did, but I don't think she did. She couldn't wait to get that thing off.
Lasted about, 5 seconds? Either way. As you hear, LB is in the house. We got the Phenom on the ones and on the twos. Did you know that we did a pre-tape? Were you aware? Okay, so there's a pre-tape in there. And I didn't get the time to move it into pre-tapes edited, so it'll be under Gary's clips if you want to go fishing for that. Well, LB and I hang out and do our thing. As always, we decided that it was much more important to get our game of Super Smash Brothers in than prepping. Yep. Again.
I've never played Smash Bros.
Yeah. Do you find that sort of hinders you a little bit? Yeah.
No, not at all.
No?
I actually get far more done because while you guys are, playing games, I can actually do stuff and not get interrupted by.
It's very nice, isn't it? It's like that's what, now you know what your dad feels like. Hey, when you're growing up, that's exactly how it feels. Like, let him play the video games, it's fine. Give me some me time. to accomplish my things.
And his accomplishments are several thousand hours in Arc.
You're not supposed to out him, bro.
It's publicly available.
That's true. And I bet you if anyone was to play Ark and you were to come across his, what's it called, your little zone where you keep all your animals?
Space.
His area, you'll die. Everything's max 1 million probably.
No, actually. I think he's never even beat one of the bosses.
What the hell? Big Brookie, what's he doing?
He mostly just plays it like Dinosaur Zoo Tycoon.
That's a great
Like,
game.
honestly, to be fair, and that's why I actually really like Ark, is that you don't have to beat the bosses.
That's
Like, he
right.
just runs around, taming dinosaurs, and, it doesn't matter.
I do. He just wants the soothing of the brain, the senseless gaming to turn your brain off. That's what I do a lot too.
Yeah, I don't know if it's called soothing. I mean, having a T-Rex run after you isn't exactly soothing, but,
But once you tame it, you have a pet
then
T-Rex.
it's not even soothing then. It's just, you run around laughing maniacally as you stomp dodos on the beach.
Way of the dodo. Oh, Phenom, how are we looking on that one? Did you find him? That Dragon, March 17th, all good? All right, so before we get any further into this, we did have the co-host of the Viewing Room, new episode out tomorrow. Very excited for that. He sat down with us, and we'll get this one played, and then we will come back and do some more of this stuff, I guess. St. Patty's, woo!
Yay.
Take her away, Phenom! That's a great sell. Well, a very happy St. Patrick's Day to everybody except this guy beside me. Clearly, he did not get the memo that we were all dressing up today. He is one half of the Viewing Room. His name is Dragon.
Well, I mean, that's throwing shade. Yeah, here, let's just... No, wait, we've already done it. I can't do the hat thing.
Look at
Give
him.
me a Nicholas, please.
You want a Nicholas?
A Nicholas,
Is that what
yeah.
they're called when I hand them
Yeah.
over? You know what you got to do, buddy? No. I was going to say, give me a riddle. Not show me your boobs. This isn't Rollins.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
Come on. Don't let me down. Give me an
Who
Irish
lives
riddle.
in a pineapple under the sea?
Patrick Starr.
Close enough.
There it is. And,
Okay.
and Gary. Everyone loves Gary. How you doing, buddy?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing all right. I saw a new episode ready to go for tomorrow.
Yeah. Just
What'd we
finished
do?
Recording.
What'd we do?
We did the Grand Budapest Hotel, 2014, Wes Anderson.
Very interested in your thoughts on this movie.
Yes. Have you seen it?
Mm-hmm. It's one of the rare ones that I have.
Yes.
And it's a nice little ride. They take a nice little jaunt.
Yes, I enjoy it. I talked about how I felt like, well, Adam and I had a conversation about how we felt like maybe it's kind of cartoony and maybe it's a little bit not like things we like
used to.
not as in reliable maybe as we would have like thought it would be, because it seems like this is kind of a sad movie, but like it's told in a very bright, almost
Fun way.
a fun, angelic way, and
Yeah.
and I really kind of enjoy that take. It's not like sad and gloomy where it could have easily been. It's more of like, yeah, these guys died, but like, oh well, we move on.
I think
And
that's
it's
why
like,
I
oh.
like it, hey?
It's like,
Because it's
oh.
not so intense.
Yeah, yeah. So it is very interesting. But you like the characters and you're sad that they're gone, but like the movie doesn't really care.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's a very good. Who directed it? Did you say Wes Craven?
Wes Anderson.
Wes Craven's a nightmare guy.
Oh.
What else has Wes Anderson done? He's popular. right?
Fantastic Mr. Fox.
Ah,
He just
see, he
did,
likes
like,
those
the-
fun little jaunts.
Yes, very colorful films. Asteroid City last year. Yes.
Was that the one that predicted our future?
Probably.
Where they're like, an asteroid's going to hit Earth, guys. We have to do something. And then they're like, wait a minute. It's actually going to be worth a lot of money. And then they let everyone die.
I'm sorry. Actually, I haven't seen Asteroid
Spoiler
City.
alert.
Yeah.
Jake,
I
that
thought
didn't
that
happen.
was a Leonardo DiCaprio one.
I don't know.
That was on Netflix.
I am not. It was on Netflix. I'm not a
Yeah, that's
movie
the Leo one.
guru. Yeah, it was. That was a sad one. I didn't like
Yes. I forget what it was called, but yes, I have seen it there in the supermarket scene.
that. Yeah, horrifying. Horrible stuff. So it is St. Patty's Day. Do
It
you
is.
celebrate any of these traditions? You weren't wearing green, so I could pinch you? That's one.
So I am wearing green
Ah, downstairs.
downstairs.
Are they Kermit the Frog undies?
No,
ho.
no, they're
Dragon's
just-
wiener here.
Okay, well,
That'd be awesome.
yeah.
Or like Miss Piggy.
And I do have some old milk in the fridge that's turned green. But as a kid, we do the whole St. Patrick's Day thing. You know what I mean? Like, we would make leprechaun traps. Try to catch the leprechaun, and we
You ever
would
catch one?
Oh yeah, we'd catch leprechauns, and they would leave us stuff, and they'd escape somehow by the morning. But they would like leave us little like candies and stuff, and leprechauns are pretty cute.
Yeah.
Sometimes the leprechauns would write on my mom's computer and like write us a message being like, "Haha, And it was really
Too
funny.
slow.
Yeah. So that was kind of funny. We stopped doing that whole thing. I think just as we got, I think around the pandemic, honestly, and as we got a little older.
Yeah.
And whatever. I think once your little brother grows up, you don't do a lot of those things anymore.
Move it. Yeah, you move.
Yeah.
From there to and the old transition. This is what I want to talk to you about
Yes.
today. The old transition for most of us, just like with Halloween, it's another great example of it. Used to be about candy and fun and like hanging out with your friends and doing cool stuff. And then you hit that age, and it's like, all right, now it's all about
Drinking
dressing
on a
up
weeknight.
and going to the bar on a
Yes,
weeknight.
yes.
Yeah, you participating in any of that?
You know what? Probably not tonight. I did celebrate a bit on Saturday. Went to
Ooh.
Cohen's. Had a
nice.
nice little jaunt at Cohen's. and,
Classy.
yeah. It wasn't a green beer, but it was a nice, 16, and that's always, that's always nice. And
Makes
so,
you feel good in your tummy.
yeah, I'll probably maybe have like a Pilsner tonight or something, so like
You put a little green food coloring in there?
maybe, you know what? Like I could get behind it, right? That's one thing too. We used to wake up on St. Patrick's Day and our milk was dyed.
Really?
Yeah, it was all dyed green. Yeah,
Ugh,
yeah, very interesting.
that's gross. Make it blue like normal milk, am I right? Come on, Star Wars joke.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was good.
there you
Um,
go. That was a stretch.
Yeah, that was rough. No, I don't know. I don't think anything crazy is going to happen tonight.
Okay.
But you never know, right?
Have you
Maybe
ever-
a leprechaun will come push me out of my alcove.
Have you have you ever gone out on a St. Patty's night legally? I guess you haven't had any options, really, hey?
I've
Has it
had
been
I've
2
had
years
two options. But no, not yet. I mean, like I said, it was kind of busy Saturday out and
Yeah.
around. I imagine a place like Hudson's would have been crazy, but like,
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know. I feel like people like celebrate a little early because the Monday night drinking
That's
is
a
kind
hard
of crazy.
What we used to do, and let me take you back a little bit. McGuire's was the bar.
Yeah,
It's what's it called now? It's called something else now. It's still there though.
where is it?
Behind the that's how I remember everything. Behind the Wendy's on 8th Street.
Street. Oh,
Hey?
yeah.
Come on now.
What's it called? The Irishman? Is that what it's called?
Something like that.
Yeah, it's not. I think
Yeah,
maybe that.
around
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
You get the idea. We would one year we actually convinced them to let our band play inside the bar.
Uh-huh.
And so we were pre-drinking at my buddy Benji's place, which was like 2 blocks away.
Pre-drinking.
Pre-drinking at 10 a.m. And I think we went
What?
out, yeah, and I think we went on. And I'm telling you, different times, man. This is what we did. And we start drinking. Then we get there. We're on stage at 1 o'clock. Very first song we go to play, String Breaks, on the guitar, on Benji's guitar. So it's like, well, what do we do now? And so we tried to find another guitar, played music without the guitar, had the whole place booing us off stage by the second song. It was so good, as in learning a lesson about the importance of failure and failing horribly, because I'll tell you, after that set, we always packed extra strings, that's for sure. But bombed so incredibly hard that we decided to drink it off, and by about 3 o'clock in the afternoon, one guy was passed out under the table inside McGuire's. One guy was passed out beside his car in the parking lot, while one guy was sleeping inside the car in the parking lot. And I'm very happy to report the magic. This is the magic of St. Patty's Day. All 3 of those guys made it back for shots by 7 p.m. inside the bar. Whole nother life, and went all the way the rest of the way. The reason I bring this up is that's how St. Patty's Day used to be around this city.
Yeah.
That's what people used to do. It's so much different now.
Yeah.
So much different. Like you could puke on the floor, no one even took a second look. It was part of St. Patty's Day.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy to think about now in the world we live in?
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
unbelievable.
Yeah, that's pretty wild.
And I can only imagine the amount of green pea, poop, and puke that this world sees on the 18th of March.
Yeah. Yeah. I remember I was doing some AV work, and we did a shift in a bar, and taking down lights and stuff at the end of the night, and 1 or 2 a.m. and then you almost can't lift your foot up off the bar floor because it's so sticky. And
Yeah.
I can
That's
still
it.
feel the texture. It's weird when you can feel the texture on your foot through a layer of
Oh,
socks
yeah.
and shoes.
Oh.
Like that's how distinct that feeling is. Just so you know, if you haven't experienced that.
Don't try to. It's a horrible experience. And I can tell you, definitely don't get a DNA test of what's in that stick. It's not pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are bad for us.
No, it's not even the DNA test. Just like don't know what the contents are. You
don't want to know.
Because I know it's DNA, but like I don't really care whose DNA it is. I just care more what it was.
That's my point. Figuring out what those things are that are making you stick, not good.
Yeah.
Irish music, you a fan? Do you get into the mood, putting on some Irish tunes?
like some Ailstorm or something?
Whatever.
I mean-
I'm pretty sure Irish music can be whatever you want it to be.
Yeah, I feel like I haven't, but maybe I should. Like maybe like listen, I was shipping out to Boston or whatever.
There was a really good run when the Dropkick Murphys were just coming out.
Yes, Dropkick Murphys,
And man, oh man, did we absolutely love them. Then they took off and everyone started playing them everywhere. And so it was a little harder to love them. And make no mistake, go get your bag, right? They went and they got their money and good for them. But they sort of transitioned from being like punk rock Boston Irish boys to like more mainstream for everybody, which is all good. You go get it. But it really took away from the Irish tunes. You had Floggin' Molly, you had the Dropkick Murphys, you had these bands that have these amazing songs.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, every bar you go to, every store you go to, every radio station, every TV station, everyone's playing these guys over and over. And they took that part of me away. I used to love Irish punk rock. I loved it. Like that. See that? See, now it gets me a little. Now that I've been away for a while, it gets me going. But you go into any bar, you're going to hear this one.
Yeah.
You know? Very good. You ever get into Flogging Molly at all?
No.
Oh, they're so good. Here's to you. I sing for my daddy-o as he lay him down to sleep.
Wow. It's like Creed.
So good. I don't know. Man, I'm so happy Creed's on the comeback. For so long, people shit on Creed. They're back, baby.
I like Creed.
So hot.
I like
What's not
Creed
to
a lot.
like? It's because of the religious undertones, right?
Creed.
That's what it is? Why else would anyone hate a band like Creed? It has to be because they love God. No?
I just like the music.
Well, that's what I mean, because you guys you probably didn't even know they were a Christian rock band.
Well, I don't know.
I'm telling you, that is why people started not liking Creed. Like, this is way before your time.
No, sure, yeah.
Yeah.
Like I don't have the facts on that. I like the music and I listen to the music and
That's how it should work.
and
That's the way it should be done.
makes me smile while I drive.
That's
and
all
I
that
sing.
matters.
So,
Thank you.
like,
People legit started
just
not like stonewalling this band because they were a Christian rock band. It's so sad.
maybe I'm a fool for not like going super deep and looking into should I be singing
you're
this
not.
song, but
You're not at all.
I just kind of like, oh, it sounds cool. Let me listen to this, and that's why
Uplifting
when
message.
people ask, like I say, classic rock is like the rock I listen to the most. But like
Hell yeah.
when I really think about it, it's like if it sounds good, I'm playing it, right? Like
Preach.
I don't know.
Preach, brother.
I think I'm very versatile, right? And I listen to film soundtracks sometimes while I'm driving just as much as I listen to Creed or Green Day or AC/DC. And I don't know. I just think like if
Man.
it sounds good, don't think too hard. Just enjoy yourself.
I was watching PBS yesterday, and my favorite PBS show came on. The John Williams special from Germany.
Yeah.
Playing all and
Yeah.
every time I watch this, I always learn another. Like I didn't know he did Harry Potter's music. I had no idea.
Yeah.
He did Harry Potter. No clue. Star Wars, E.T., Indiana Jones. You name the movie, he did the soundtrack for it. And every time I watch, I learn another one. That was the latest one. I was like, I didn't know about Harry Potter.
Yeah.
The guy is the greatest composer ever. Can we say ever? Because I know we can't put him up
Of
there
our
with
time.
the exactly. We
Let's
can't
just
do
say
the
of our time.
Mozarts and the Bachs and the Rossinis and
Let's
the,
just say of our time.
Rachmaninoffs and all those guys. But still, man, this is like the modern day version of that. I think he
He's
just
a
crushes
legend.
everything.
I think someone like I really am getting into Ludwig Göransson.
Oh, of
the
course,
Swedish guy.
Yes, very.
Is he
good name.
Swedish? I think he's Swedish, right?
Anderson spelled Anderssen. That would be Swedish.
Göransson.
Even better. Nailed. Can you tell I
Johansson.
never heard of the guy before?
Göransson, Ludwig.
Ludwig sounds a little more German.
I don't know.
It doesn't
I don't
matter.
know. I don't know.
The
I think
point
it's good.
being is that Irish punk rock became mainstream because of St. Paddy's Day, so I really appreciate that. Dropkick Murphys, I don't know if they still do it, but they had a good stretch where they do the St. Patrick's Day concert in the middle of downtown Boston.
Yes.
Insanity.
Yeah.
And I guess we're happy that music is out there and it's getting a spotlight. That's what we should be happy about today with this.
Yeah, really. And I don't know. I don't think too hard. I don't think you have to listen to Irish music on St. Patrick's Day. I think if you like it and it sounds good, you can listen to it whenever.
There
I
you
mean,
go.
there's some people who pull out the Mariah Carey in June.
Half Christmas.
I mean, maybe I do judge a little bit, but for the most part, just like if you enjoy it and it brings a smile to your face, is it hurting anyone else?
What about Irish foods? This will be the last one for you. You ever get any Irish foods?
Okay, let's talk Irish foods. What is Irish food?
Mashed potatoes?
Oh, potatoes. Yeah, sure. Yeah. Yeah, I've tried mashed potatoes once or twice.
I love mashed potatoes.
Kind of niche here in Canada, but
what's the special? I'm gonna look up.
What really is Irish? Is it like pork? Is a lot of pork Irish?
Shepherd's
pie. I'm not. No, I don't like
here we
shepherd's
go.
pie at
The
all.
traditional Irish food is known for its hearty and simple dishes: Irish stew, soda bread, cold bacon and cabbage. Irish soda bread keeps coming up. That's a big one. Shepherd's pie.
When I think of Irish, I think
chowder.
of like cabbage, pork, and potatoes.
Ooh, bread pudding. There you go. I think we're just getting hungry now. I think we're all a little bit Irish when it comes to these tasty dishes. Ooh.
Coffee Baileys. Yeah.
I can tell you, I've supported that one many times.
It's 9 o'clock on a Saturday.
Right? Literally. There's no better excuse for an AM to be at the end of a time and say it's okay. It's just Baileys. I'm just Irishing it up a bit. Right?
Yeah, that's funny.
Good old Baileys. That's the only drink that I've ever been tricked by accident since I quit drinking. I picked up my coffee and I took a big sip and I was like, man, this coffee tastes really good. Then I realized it was my dad's. It's like, oh, sorry, Dad, I believe I got yours. Like, woo! Gotta be a little more careful with these, Irish creams. But my God, you want to talk about something that they contributed? The ability to drink in the morning.
Those are the real heroes, pioneers
That's
of
it.
society. The 9 a.m.
Anything before
drinkers.
AM better have cream or liqueur in it, or else you're in big
Yes.
trouble.
But yeah, otherwise, like, I don't know. There's got to be more like huge dishes. You know what I mean?
Hold on, say that again.
Huge dishes.
Thank you. That's all I want. That's good. That's good.
No, it's just huge. I don't know. I feel like
They don't really have like a haggis. They don't have like a showstopper.
I don't know. I feel like we're missing something. Shepherd's pie, people love it. My dad makes it all the time. I don't like shepherd's pie, but like, I'm
just
not a
murdered your
huge
partner,
shepherd's.
bro.
I know. I know. He just had a heart attack and died in the booth, but not a big fan. I don't know what it is. I like ground beef or ground pork or whatever you want to put in it. I like corn. I like potatoes. But when you put them together in a shepherd's pie, my
not for
taste
you.
buds are just like, meh. And it's just like,
I'm with LB. I love shepherd's
I don't know. I just feel like there's got to be more that we're missing, right?
Irish stew. I always think of Shaq.
I think
The
of
great Shaq from 650 CKO and my main man. Every year for St. Patty's Day, he always puts out his recipe for his world famous Guinness Irish stew, which is very nice.
Like with actual Guinness.
oh yeah,
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, Guinness is.
I think
is
Irish
huge,
stew is
eh?
sort of like
Yeah.
their haggis with
That's
the Scottish.
actually the first thing I thought when I saw Guinness in the fridge today was St. Patrick's Day because
I should have one. I should have one.
Guinness is like the most popular beer.
It's the
like,
best.
like for St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah.
So
And which makes you wonder, why isn't Guinness green? Why you got to dye all the other beers green when Guinness, the official beer, is actually dark?
yeah, interesting.
There probably is green Guinness out there, isn't there?
Yeah,
Definitely.
I would assume. And really, once you have a few, does it really matter? you're going down the hatch anyways.
Yeah. And like by the end of it, I'm pretty sure you're not even drinking anymore, but
And
you think you are.
I hate to break it to you, for people who are drinking that much Guinness, it's not about the color green anymore.
Get it in me any way I can. He is the co-host of The Viewing Room, the hottest movie review show on the internet. And a new episode out tomorrow, the Grand Budapest Hotel.
Yes.
Very exciting.
Yeah.
You guys drop at midnight. I know that. I love the midnight drop because I get to watch them sometimes on the Monday before I go to bed.
Oh yeah, midnight tonight.
Get that first screening. Yeah.
We got like 7 hours to go. Let's go.
Says the guy who doesn't have to edit it. Editing humor.
Thanks for watching this pre-tape. Have a great day.
I love that, man. That is our sweet, sweet dragon again. Co-host of The Viewing Room. New episode dropping tomorrow. Always love a good dragon talk, except for when I don't have my dragon in his spot. Sorry about that. Sometimes, got to guard the treasure. That's what dragons do. Perfect. All right, happy St. Paddy's Day to you. Hopefully you're celebrating and having a lot of fun and doing it very, very safely. We're going to call up our next guest for this Monday edition of your show. He is one half of the Commander Cookout podcast. He is the heart and soul of this place. He's the name that we always curse around here. Ladies and gentlemen, don't put any hands together for Network Ryan. Like an extra long walk up. If you're ever wondering what's going on right now, this is the interaction between program director, not program director, the guy that has to be in charge that nobody likes. How you doing?
Good.
My mind has been blown by this sweater. You say that was not a $100 sweater. That's one of the nicest Oilers sweaters I've ever seen.
Yeah, okay, so last week I was here, we were talking about the Oilers weekend.
Hell yeah.
Wasn't wearing the sweater, though I thought I was. Remember, I opened my coat and I was not wearing Oilers.
Check this out. Oh, never mind.
Yeah. We go to the Oilers store in Rexall.
Yes.
No, it's not Rexall anymore.
What's the old one? Coliseum?
The Rexall Coliseum.
No, like way before. Oh my God, why is this? Northlands Coliseum.
Sure.
God, that was really hard. Okay,
Sure.
sorry,
Now
that's
it's
old.
Rogers Place.
Yes.
And we went to the mini store because we were a little bit running behind. We're meeting Rusty Trom Jones. I didn't even think to
Such a
go
good guy.
to the big Oilers store. Like, you know, the big one that's like 2 stories and they have every piece of Oilers, everything ever.
Oilers World Headquarters.
Yeah.
That's what that is.
So I went to the little mini one that like the whole store is just made with those like airport ropes that are made out of seatbelts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know those things. I always go underneath like I'm Razor Ramon.
Yes.
Pretty cool.
Yeah. And I was shopping around and all the t-shirts are $59. And then I go over to the back rack where they've got all this like not vintage stuff, but this is like a 90s style crew neck.
So nice.
I bought it. My wife was like, I like how your crew neck is our crew neck now.
Oh no,
She
she
already
claimed it.
messaged me a picture the next day wearing it. She's like, yeah, this is mine now. So I'm
It does
actually
look-
wearing my wife's sweater.
And her underwear. We don't talk about that though.
Yeah, also Oilers.
Comfort thing.
Lots of Oilers stuff.
He's
Yeah, so
always
I went to
themed.
the back and the dude's like, yeah, check out this jacket. Like an Oilers jacket, $100 only. Really good.
Not
He says, check
bad.
out this sweater, $80.
Was it like on sale?
No, it's
That's
all
just normal.
brand new stuff.
Wow.
Yeah, so got a good deal. And of course they get you only $80. So I picked my son a hat. And then at the till, hey, do you want one of these pins? I'm like, what are the pins? Like $12? She goes, yeah. Oh, okay. Well, I better get
And
a
you
$12.
still bought it.
Still bought it. Yeah. So it ended up my $80
that's
sweater is
awesome.
actually $160 or whatever.
But
But
one
yeah.
of the very few times where it's worth the money. Like this is
Yeah.
a beautiful,
Yeah, it's got
beautiful
the
piece
arm,
of clothing. Yes, 79, baby.
This
Look at that.
this a patch too. It's not just embroidered. Yeah.
Beautiful.
So
Be proud of that.
we're talking about hockey. We're talking about Oilers, but that's not the hockey I came on to talk about. Tell me about what you've been getting into recently and what you have going on Friday.
All right. So hockey helps the homeless. You've heard about it. We've talked about it many, many times here. The One Small Step team that we are a part of, thanks to our good buddies Greg and Ryan Bamford. Shout out to Beyond the Keys. They're every Wednesday podcast they shoot in here with us. We love our Bamford bros. And they put us on the team. So we've been fundraising, and there is a link in the describes for you to click on if you want to make a donation to Hockey Helps the Homeless. All the money that you donate stays here in our city and goes to our neighbors and our friends. Okay?
Did you put that up on your Instagram too?
No, I don't have an Instagram.
Get Brooksy to do it.
We will. We've
Get
been
it on the
talking. We have a
damn
couple.
Instagram.
We have a couple of things where we have
Okay,
to really
good,
push it
good,
out there.
good.
But it is the final week, so we're waiting like a couple days before.
Oh, yeah.
Which will be Friday. Then we'll do the last big push, as it's 4 days until the big event. And so when you hit the link in the describes, you make a donation. Saskatoon Food Bank and Learning Center. Shout out to our friend Lori and the team over there, Lori, Deb, and everyone, as well as YWCA, as well as the Friendship Inn, all beneficiaries of this fundraising effort. And then on Fridays, the big day, we just got the schedule out today. So our One Small Step team will be playing at 9 a.m. It's very early. So we'll see how that goes for the old body. And then 12:15, I believe, and then the 3 o'clock game, and then rush back here for the 4 o'clock show.
Ooh, you're gonna be sore.
And gross. I won't be gross. That'll be 3 showers. The best part of hockey is the showers. I love showering with the boys. It's such a fun time. So it'll be the cleanest I've been in a long time, I guess. That'll be good. But the main thing, obviously, being getting in there, raising money, and having a lot of fun in the name of helping the homeless. And the other big thing with that is the night before the Thursday, they're going to be at the Canadian Brew House out by the airport.
Yep.
Doing the big draft. Unfortunately, I'll be in here in the studio working because Thursday night we do a couple of shoots here, so we can't really get out of that. So I won't be there for the big draft, but our team will be drafted. Whichever team raises the most money gets first pick of the draft. Ooh. And it looks like I saw the rankings of all the players. Looks like Bernie Nichols is looking to be the number one pick. So if we raise the most money, we'll get a Bernie Nichols, or Brad May is on the list as well. I think he was number 2, and then Barnes, Matthew Barnaby, and Scrooge, all the boys are in there. So the draft goes to Thursday night, then Friday we do the big day and play all the hockey. And we are looking, I'm just waiting to get a confirmation from my buddy Ryan Bamford whether we can be mic'd up or not.
Yeah,
and this is something
fun.
You have experience in. Tell us about this.
So fun. And yeah, this isn't me convincing them or convincing you, because you know how fun it is. And
awesome.
It's certainly not me selling this service, because I do it with minors. And with a minor hockey association, there has to be a media release. Sometimes that's built into your terms and conditions. Sometimes it's not. There's a whole bunch of like hoops and legal jargon.
Don't film kids. Very important.
Yeah. So I have these. These are
showing it off. Here we go.
Vanna White that. I have these. There's these. This is what they look like. And one of these is a receiver that hooks up to your phone or your camera or whatever. Yep. And you can actually live hear it if you also have headphones in.
Get out.
And this is something that I've done at my own rink. And what we've done, because it's a headphone jack, but what you can do is plug in a little speaker.
And just pop it in.
Well, a little, like, you know, those old computer speakers that just had a headphone jack that plugged into the back of your computer? You could plug those in, and then it's a little speaker, and you could have the mic'd up kid or coach, or if you've got a microphone on the bench, you can let all the moms or the parents or whatever
hear the
kids on the bench outside. And it's the funnest, cutest thing ever. But if you don't want to do that, this little unit goes, this is the microphone, and it goes, you know, in somebody's cage or gets clipped into their equipment, and then you run the little lapel mic up, and it goes right under their where their jersey is.
Yep.
And kids, when they're out on the ice, man, I thought I was going to be hearing F-bombs and trash talk and everything, but like the little kids that I've ever mic'd up, they're singing and they're talking about, like,
that's what it is.
They're
anything but hockey.
Anything but hockey. Yeah. Like I was doing a mic'd up with a young boy one time, and it was a drill, and they had like this. It was like 3-on-3. Yep. So they were learning some offensive kind of plays, and they would go for a couple minutes, then switch off. And hockey is usually like a 2-year window is what your age group is. So you could be 7 and 8 or 8 and 9.
Unless you're one of those late guys, the late birthday guys who are always the biggest kids in class and are on your team.
Exactly. Yeah. You could have a 9-year-old and a 7-year-old on the same team, and it looks like it's more than the allowable time. But there's 2 of the older boys on the team, and they're sitting on those little pads that kind of separate the different parts of the rink. Little foam pads. Yeah. And they're sitting there and they're watching and listening, and you can tell them, hey, yeah, they're actually trying to learn hockey activities by watching and listening to the coach to effectively get more reps.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty good. These guys are into it.
Forward thinking.
Then there's the kid that I'm micing up, and he's one of the youngest on the team. Him and my son are the 2 youngest boys on the team.
Here we go.
They're first years with the late birthday. And there's this little boy walking with his skates on this foam pad. Hey guys, look it, I'm balancing. Look it. And then he's riding it like a rowboat. Look it, row, row, row your boat. And then they all start singing, and he distracted these boys that are trying to do hockey stuff.
Practice gets canceled because you screwed it up again.
And it's the funniest thing ever.
Oh, yeah.
So funny. And then like the older boys, F-bombs, trash talk, sellies. And
so what would you envision for a bunch of old fellas playing in a hockey helps the homeless type situation? What kind of what kind of tape are we looking for?
I would
chirps.
I would love to hear like chirps and trash talk that's kind of fallen out of favor.
Ooh.
The slang and just like the turn of phrase or the sort of hockey voice that everybody kind of has built into them that comes out when they're on the ice.
Yeah.
That hockey voice, I'm sure, kind of evolves with the times, but also I'm sure some of the guys that like retired 15 or 20 years ago who don't have kids in hockey still or ever or yet.
The old school terms.
The old school chirps and stuff.
Yeah.
I would wonder what those are. And I think they would be recognizable.
Oh, yeah.
But they wouldn't be anything that kids say today. Like if I asked my dad or your dad, what's an apple in hockey? And that's an assist.
I was all about the apples. I was
The
an
apple.
guy.
You're an apple machine. You're
I'm
an
not-
apple factory.
I'm not a Gino. I'm not a Gino scorer.
Yeah.
Goals.
Yeah.
What
Gino's.
else? There's so many terms. I'm just thinking about them all now.
Yeah.
And we'll definitely be aging ourselves, is what I'm hearing.
Yes.
It's going to mostly just be me breathing heavily. I
And the
believe.
other thing, you talk about Greg and Ryan Bamford.
Yeah.
They're smart, they're thoughtful, they're professional. This is why you should listen to Beyond the Keys podcast
baby.
and contact the Bam Bros if you want to buy or sell a house. Professional, cordial, thoughtful, and I want to hear them like take a puck to the back of the shin and just F-bomb. I want to hear these guys yelling and getting
Take
mad.
the human beings out of their element and just
Oh, yeah.
raw humans in competition.
I want to see them in battle. Like,
Yeah.
show me your true colors.
All the old pros did say eventually at some point in these games, there's about a minute or two where the old ways come out. So you'll see about 2 minutes of really good hard hockey.
You're gonna see. Oh yeah, and then they all get tired.
Yeah, I will not be on that. I will be the guy on the bench the whole time.
You're gonna see the really dirty hook where you get it up in between your legs and
Lots of
twist, or
slew
they're
foot
gonna
and lots of good stuff.
they're gonna put the blade right into your like the blade of their stick,
Yeah.
right into your blade of your stick and trip you and get you caught up.
They know the tricks of
They
trade.
know all the tricks.
Yeah.
We just played the parents game for my son's warm up.
How did you do? Any fights? I was hoping you're going to fight some kids.
Oh yeah, I spanked my son at center ice. Actually,
Oh, so you didn't like jersey him and beat him down. You actually like, bent him over your knee in game one?
no, I did all of that.
Oh.
I jerseyed him and bent him over and spanked him in the middle of the rink. Parents undefeated. I think we're about 100-0
Yeah,
In-
better be.
in the minor hockey
think there's-
association that we belong to.
Ever been any teams that actually let the kids win?
Oh, well, listen.
I feel like the parents by the end of the year, they're never up for that.
No, yeah, you're right.
know?
You're
Yeah.
right. But also, once your kid is like 10 or 11, like all the parents are starting to dress in like hockey pants, shin pads. Everybody's got gloves on already. My son, oh my God, the game didn't even start, and I'm taking the first face off of the game against him, and I'm standing up, looking at him, holding my stick like I'm ready to bend over to take the face off, and he takes his stick. No, he tapped me right on the lips with the toe of his stick. And I'm like, what are you doing? I whacked him right in the head
Game
with
on,
mine.
yeah.
Like, it's game on. I crushed him in the face off and tripped him.
Obviously.
Tripped him after that.
Yeah, better.
But like these kids, they're learning it too, and they want to play hard and they want to win, right? They get taught every single day at practice, like blood in the water. Hockey's a game of taking.
Blood in
Hockey's
the water.
battle, right?
It's true.
And it's
Depending on
tough.
how far you want to go.
Yeah, exactly. Yes,
within
exactly.
reason, of
And
course.
once they get to like that U11 or U13, I mean, my kid's probably already a better skater than I am.
Which is a great compliment to you.
Broken leg notwithstanding.
Ah,
But,
the excuses. Old
yeah,
man
exactly.
excuses coming
Yeah,
in.
Yeah.
You're going to find it's real sad once you reach a point where those don't work anymore, like I'm at. Like, you can give all the excuses in the world. It's just, I'm garbage.
You know
That's
what?
it.
Yeah. He's certainly better at changing edges than me. He's certainly better.
When did you start playing hockey?
I never played on a team. I always just
There.
played
Well, that's-
pickup
that's it.
hockey
Yeah,
with everybody
of course, yeah.
and did skating lessons and
Yeah.
skated after school with all my friends
Buddies,
that played
yeah.
hockey. But I never played. So
That's the difference.
I never got the formal skating education. I got my friend's secondhand skating education. So my son's better than me. The only thing I got going is I'm taller, heavier, my stick's longer,
Stronger.
and because of all of those things, I'm faster. And speed is king in hockey. It's the most important thing.
And you got a sweet sweater, too.
Well, this is
Really
my
cool.
wife's.
Sorry, I keep forgetting. With the matching undies. I'm very
Yeah,
proud of you guys for
Yes,
pulling all that
yes.
off. Real quick before we send you on your merry way, St. Patty's Day. It is today. Are you a St. Patty's guy?
No, and I feel bad for saying that because I know that lots of people really are.
Yeah. Well, I'm same boat. Like, my mom sent me a message. I'm going to make sure I read this word for word just so we can all have a laugh, like the kids say.
I don't laugh. I don't laugh
let's
ever.
See.
No laughing. No having fun.
Capital letters. OMG. GM. That's me. You look so festive. Thanks, Mom.
Is that the only green shirt you had?
100%.
I do appreciate the ripped up shirt.
And it's a
look.
Macho Man. It's one of the best Macho Man. I got like 5 Macho Man shirts. It's probably my favorite one. Shout out to our friends over at Aquaman Limited, water monitoring and sampling, as well as underwater drones and so much more. Check them out.
Is that where you got that shirt?
My bro-in-law D-Rock, yep.
Oh, yeah.
He gave me this for Christmas one year, and I wore it, obviously,
Like
all the way out.
In 1986?
Can you see? Hold on.
Oh, my God, Gary.
See the back? Can you see the back? Look at that. I tried to put it on, and my head went through that hole, and it stretched it even more.
You thought that it was on, but it was...
Yeah, it was bad. I almost lost my only green shirt for St. Paddy's Day. So thank you to our good buddy Brooksy for hooking us up with some beads and a hat.
There
This is like I'm pretty sure this is the hat from old school. Hey, bring your green hat. We're the one streaking in the quad.
Yep.
So you don't have any St. Paddy's Day traditions? You don't do like you and the kid and
Yeah,
mom
you
do
know
anything
what?
tonight?
I was at a track and field training camp one time in Florida, and I think it was St.
That's a
Patrick's
humble
Day.
brag. Hey, I like this.
It was St. Patrick's Day or it was May Long. It was one of those two things because I was
You were
somewhere else, and it was still cold here. And I had found out that my wife, then girlfriend, we lived together. She had her girlfriends over, and then my friends lived in the basement of the house that we lived in. And some of their friends came over who we were all friends with.
Yep.
And they all go to, here's a throwback, Whiskey Jack's. Whiskey Jack's right by my house, right by my old house.
That was the go-to spot for karaoke for a long time.
And they karaoked.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's the plural.
Yeah, it works.
Or the past tense. They karaoked, and then they streaked home.
Nice.
Or they
struck home?
They struck home, yeah. They streaked home, and then, because they all needed to run inside, and they all needed to go pee, and they were all naked, and the bathroom was full because peeing, and one of my friends pissed in my pantry.
Nice. That's a new one.
Yeah. And
Like, is this an upper pantry or just like a walk-in
oh, yeah,
pantry?
he arced it. No.
I was thinking like
No,
a
it was-
pantry could be
It was
hung up high.
like really, it's the size of like
It's a closet.
a single door closet
Yeah.
that you walk into.
Yeah.
But it had carpet.
Oh, that's where it becomes an
Ugh.
issue. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
So-
was said culprit caught in the act, or was this you found out after? It's like, come on, man.
Yes and yes.
Oh no.
He got caught because somebody went in there for chips after and the floor was wet. Somebody stepped in it. Somebody stepped in it. And I found out like weeks later when I got home from Florida, yeah, Nick pissed in our pantry. And I'm
Classic
like,
Nick
what?
move, man.
Yeah. Yeah. It's funny now.
Did you get the chips still?
I don't know. Wasn't there? It was in Florida.
Interesting. Well, brother, thank you for updating us on everything awesome. How's CCO going? We had another sidewalk slam.
We did. It was
Season 3.
Yeah, it was so fun. Our friends Keel and Peter came up from
so
Regina Hole,
Yes, sir.
and we. It
Damn
sounds
near,
like Keel
yeah.
and Peel, but it's
Keel and Pete.
Keel and Pete.
But
yeah.
still.
Yeah.
It was
It's
great
fun.
to meet them. I'm so happy I got to meet
Yeah.
those guys, and now the work begins again. As
Oh.
I made sure to let you know, I thought it was 5, but it was only 4 videos that you have to combine together and put
Yeah.
into a show. So
Yeah,
best of luck with that.
Yeah, and then we drank a whole ton of Pile of Bones. Shout out to Pile
Pile
of
of
Bones. I got
Bones.
their hat on. They are our great friends. The second coolest thing to come out of Regina, Saskatchewan, after our friend Keel.
Love
who
him.
was also there, drink a pile of bones. We stayed up late watching F1 and hockey, and then we just fell asleep on the couch.
Beautiful.
Yep.
Absolutely beautiful. He is Network Ryan, co-host of the Commander Cookup podcast, leader of all things around here, station manager, heart and soul, Mr. Everything. Thank you so much for giving us a couple minutes. And make sure you send us a picture we can post of that underwear. I'm interested now about what it looks like.
I shall. You know where the oil drop is and like where the circular logo is? Right where you think.
The good part is there's not much in front to push it out to make it not look like
Yep.
female undies.
None.
So it'll be a very accurate representation.
Yeah, very much so.
Give him a hand. Ladies and gentlemen, Network Ryan. I really love the dead walk off. Monday edition continuing here on your show. Hope you are coming off a lovely weekend. A happy St. Paddy's Day to you. Want to give some love to Rory McIlroy. I believe he's an Irish guy. Luckily, the Irish shining upon him as he had a 3-hole playoff for the Players' Championship against a kid named J.J. Spawn. McIlroy made that very quick and took home another big title. So very excited for him. We did talk about Hockey Helps the Homeless. The donate in the description. They're ready for you. I also want to give a little shout out to my main man, Mobley Rente. All right. I love these reads. Spring into your dream home, as spring is here, and so is your chance to find the perfect home. With mortgage rates coming down, now is the ideal time to buy Mobile Rente with TMG, the mortgage group, as he works with multiple lenders to find the best mortgage for you, saving you time, money, and most of all, stress. Whether you're self-employed, first-time buyer, or have credit challenges, he's always there to help with 24/7 personalized support. And the best part? His services are completely free. Plus, he'll continue to assist you long-term with refinancing, renewals, and mortgage strategies. Mobile Rente, mortgage made simple. Give him a call or text at 306-370-5804. Love me some Mobile. Woo! All of that. Shout out to housing. We got a bunch of good housing people in here, hey? Very proud of what we're doing. All right, LB, get it back on up here. He is not just the co-host of the viewing room, he's also the host that fills in when Gary's trying to mangle Maggie and taking too long of a pee. He's also the only person in this family that knows how to wire everything together. I guess Dragon can do some too. But there's a reason he is the head engineer and the OG, going all the way back to day one. Ladies and gentlemen, it is LB.
Oh, this is where I left my drink.
Yeah, there you are. How you doing, buddy?
It's going.
Yeah, I see that I'm the only person who dressed up for St. Patty's Day. Gotta say. Yeah, we know.
I did too. I got a blue shirt underneath this.
Yeah, looking great.
Oh, yeah.
Well done. So yeah, I'm assuming you're not a St. Patty's guy either, hey? Is that what I'm getting here?
Not really. I don't know. It doesn't
Good
really
answer.
mean
Good
doesn't
answer.
really mean anything to me, you know? Like,
Yeah. Which makes you wonder, how did it become a holiday? I guess it's not even a holiday, is it?
well, I think for me specifically, it's because it's mostly a drinking holiday, and I mean, I don't do a lot of drinking, so
We've talked about this before. It's it makes me wonder how bars do nowadays for St. Patty's Day. Like, do they still fill up?
Oh,
Do they
I'm
still
sure
have
they do.
lineups and everything. Yeah.
yeah. I don't think it's a generational thing that there's less drinking. I think it's just a me thing, you know?
Well, I'm going to kindly disagree in the fact that kids don't drink like we used to nowadays. Drinking isn't cool anymore. You know what I mean?
It is. People still drink a lot.
They do?
Oh, yeah. I don't think maybe as much.
Maybe that's
But-
what it is, because we would go hard.
I think it's also like, not. I'm going to say it's less socially acceptable.
Yeah.
You know, and I mean, like, I don't know. I mean, it's always been illegal, obviously, but I feel like there's more attention put on it now, especially probably some of the, you know, it's more common knowledge how bad it is for you,
Mhm.
Especially at a young age, you know.
Yeah, research.
But no, it's definitely still happens.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking it still happens because of the older people still keeping it going. Maybe that's what it is.
I mean, I know a lot of people in my high school who did it. So
Okay. I'm trying to figure out, because to both you and I, this day just means drinking, right?
yeah,
Like, that's what it means to us. So I'm trying to find, I guess I'm trying to find the real,
well,
like,
I
you know
think
how,
I
like, the
think
real
what we
meaning of
should have done
Christmas is a thing?
we should have researched the history of St.
Well,
Patrick's
we
Day
know
before the show.
St. Patrick, and he's got the story, I believe. Wasn't he the one that led all the snakes out of Ireland or something like that?
I remember
I
something
think there
like
was
that.
something.
Something like
So
that.
there's a reason, but at some point, the reason of celebrating that saint went away from celebrating the saint and celebrating
See,
the
I sometimes get it
booze.
confused with Saint Nick.
My Guinness. Jolly old Saint Nick
Like-
who brings you Guinness on
Right? Can you imagine Santa Claus bringing green beer? Just we could make a new movie, which is like, Santa's making an extra trip a year, bringing green beer to everybody on St. Patty's Day.
Turns out he's just pissed off at Mrs. Claus and has to leave the house, so he just makes up a reason.
Exactly.
St. Patty's Day. Look at that. Man, if you want to talk about, and this is the other reason why I think people don't drink as much anymore, is because every single commercial now is for all of these big liquor names that we know and love, but it's for all of their non-alcoholic
Yeah.
versions. I know it's like a couple of years ago where, I wonder if I can go in this one, maybe I can, where we made some sort of turn on every channel and everything you looked at. Instead of seeing Budweiser and Coors Light and all these big common brands, it was all their zero versions.
Yeah.
Like, all sporting
Heineken
events
is
were
a big
promoted.
one,
Yeah,
too.
and those Heinekens, oh, they're really good too.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead with this. Do you want to try some of this Guinness non-alcohol?
Nah.
Okay. Missing.
I'm
I'll keep talking while I chug this.
I'm not a huge beer guy, if I'm being honest.
Yeah. But this isn't beer.
You know.
Guinness. See, I was never a beer guy, but I love Guinness. And it's because it's not carbonated. So I loved it because you could just chug it back. Like buy the 2 liter. Just fill me up. Give me pitchers of Guinness.
Huh.
You're supposed to keep talking while I chug.
What am I supposed to talk about?
I guess we already talked about St. Patty's Day. Tell us some more about the viewing room, please. This is your pocket.
Well,
How's our friend
viewing
Aaron doing over at Coliseum Presents?
good. I wasn't at their last couple events because life stuff. But every time I'm there, we always have a great conversation, and yeah, it's not carbonated, and I get it.
I know it sounds like it.
It sounded like
It's
it.
the trick, right?
Huh.
Isn't that beautiful? That's the best part of Guinness's too, is pouring super easy.
I suppose.
Oh yeah. Now we're celebrating St. Patty's Day, bro.
Where's the green dye?
Where's the green Guinness?
You know, that's one thing. I keep seeing all the posts where they like dye the river in, what is it, Chicago or something? They dye it green. I'm like,
So good.
can you imagine like how much dye that would take? But like also, like that has to be bad for something,
I
whether
always
it's
thought that
wildlife or
Apparently,
something, like-
because obviously you can't do that unless someone approves
Yeah.
it. So apparently it's not bad enough that they can't do it, but it's not good.
like it can't be.
Where do you think that river goes down to? That's where we'd have to check. Like, how green does some lake somewhere end up?
Yeah, exactly. Because Chicago's relatively inland. It's not. It's,
You're the
like,
geography
it's-
guy. I ain't
think
got
it's-
no geography.
I'm pretty sure it's landlocked. I probably just made myself look like an idiot.
We always do that.
Oh, I'm
It's
getting
fine.
a thumbs up from the hand.
Okay, this is good.
Yeah,
Oh, is he
it's
talking?
landlocked.
I thought it was on a lake.
Oh,
Oh, it's a lake.
it goes to a lake.
They dye the lake?
I can't open the window.
We can't hear your hand talking through the glass. Here I go.
Google map it. Somebody
I'm
Google
on
map
this
it.
Green River. That's gonna get me a song. Oh, unless I put St. Pat's there. Green River, St. Oates. That'll work. Cities across the U.S. have celebrated St. Patrick's Day with parades taking place in Boston and Philly and the annual tradition of dyeing the river in Chicago. Members of the the Plumbers Union.
The plumbers.
The Plumbers Union. Shout out to the Plumbers Union. Local everywhere. Sprayed the Chicago River with a dye used to find sewage leaks, turning it bright green.
Okay,
Very
that's actually
interesting.
interesting.
So they use it to, I guess that'd be like an annual sewage leak. And it just turns out that it turns your river
Well, no,
into green.
would that be or is that just a side effect of that product?
Well, whatever it is, it's a green
Because
river
why
now.
would you just spray the river looking for sewage leaks? That would probably be more like you put it in sewage piping, I would think.
Everybody flushes a green food dye
Yeah.
down the toilet, and that's how it happened.
Yeah, something like that.
I'm with you. Okay. You know what? The really funny thing is, I got up to get my Guinness, but I didn't hit the transmitter.
Oh, yes,
Tell me
the
more,
transmitter.
LB.
About what?
How's your dad doing?
How is my dad doing? He is doing life
The best ever.
the best ever because he's the hand is sure. I don't know. You're not giving me much to work with here. I don't know what we're supposed to talk about. This is why we need a plan.
Bro, what did I tell you? Once you have a plan, then you're not being yourself. Fine line.
Yeah, but
There's
there's also
walk around here every day.
there's also a fine line between being entertaining because you don't have a plan and being boring because you don't know what to talk about.
Then you just say something funny in the middle, like wiener, or like balls.
Yeah,
Then
but
it's
you and I are the
entertaining.
only ones that are going to find that funny.
I'm pretty sure our audience enjoys.
That's true.
lowbrow
I
humor.
was looking at our demographics the other day. You're probably right.
What? Aren't we hitting Russia right now? Is that what I saw?
Like 20% of our audience is from Russia.
I don't know how to
and-
speak Russian.
and then
but
it's like-
hello to our Russian friends.
Do they celebrate St. Patrick's Day in Russia?
You guys, we're just turning into a Google search show now.
Google search show.
Jeez, now it's getting
But
boring.
yeah, I should add the caveat that take those stats with a grain of salt because YouTube's demographic stats are notorious for being completely inaccurate. So
YouTube is, I'm learning as we grow with YouTube. YouTube is very good at listening to every single thing and making sure that all of it comes out through their filter.
and also like it's crazy when you think like about how much they listen to things. Like I've started getting so I have a Facebook account for like it's just a complete throwaway, no real information or anything.
got one of
just
those
use it for
too.
that kind of stuff, right?
Yes, sir.
And I get emails occasionally, and it started giving me emails for a bunch of like religious Christian groups. I have no idea why. But like,
Always listening.
I don't. It's always so obviously it heard something, or like, you know, anytime like so when I made my website for my drone video business.
Why don't we ever talk about that? We should be talking about that more, bro. That's
Anyway.
crazy.
Anyway, I'm making my website, right?
Yeah.
And like, you know, you get ads for Wix occasionally. But I used Wix to make my website. But after I bought one of the plans and the domain and everything and started using Wix, I started getting like way more ads. And there's something wrong with the Google algorithms. Because it's the same thing. We just recently bought some new software around here. And all of a sudden I get so many ads for it now. I'm like, I already spent the money. You're not selling me anything. Like, it doesn't make sense.
I'm with you. I'm so with you.
Anyway.
What they are doing is trying to piss us all off. And they're doing a great job. Russia. The following is a listing of the current official Russian holidays that are celebrated in the republics of the former USSR. In recent years, as the Western influence increases, the holidays below have been joined by such classic American favorites as Halloween, St. Patrick's Day, and Valentine's Day.
Okay, so they officially celebrate it.
Thanks to our Western influence.
Yes.
So take that with another grain of salt.
Yes.
Interesting. So you won't be celebrating tonight.
No.
Interesting. What I've learned today is that St. Paddy's Day is not, and I'm not going to say it's a judgment from me, but it feels like it's not as big when it comes to the big holidays.
I mean, I wouldn't say it doesn't mean we don't get a day off of work or school or anything for it. So that's indicative too.
I would dare I say that's what makes a holiday a holiday.
Well, yeah, I mean, I think for any of them, because I mean, what's different than about the day other than you go home and drink and then have a hangover at work the next day?
And then pee your pants in green pea.
Yeah, exactly. Like, yeah, I would say having time off of work or something like that makes it an actual holiday.
Yeah, and the only other one I could think of, which is obviously not a holiday, would be Remembrance Day, when you get the day off, but you spend that day paying honor to our brothers and sisters, our fallen brothers and sisters, and everyone who fought for our country. So, yeah, I feel kind of silly putting St. Paddy's Day and Remembrance Day in the same boat. We're not solving all the problems. Dare I say we're not solving any problems, but I will say we have been somewhat entertaining today.
We definitely have problems, though.
Again, that's why we're real. Being real is so damn important. By the way, right there, check it out. Boom. You Can't Stop Love. I have to text Jonathan again this week. I believe he's moved on from Bogota, but I'm not sure as he's on a world tour. Link in the describes there to pick up your audio version recorded inside the Tooth booth. Shout out to Dr. Hausman and Associates, the Big Tooth on 2nd Ave. Be sure to check him out as we are available to create all sorts of things for you, including commercials, including podcasts, including audiobooks, and so much more. All you got to do is just send us a little email. Hey, Phenom, can you pop an email up for us real quick? Before we give Frankie a kick, there it is. It even comes with a theme song. Oh, I'm getting so good at this. Yes. If you want to get in touch, all you got to do is just send an email to contact@dufferinave.com. That is the email. This is the theme song. You got a good hold on that. Here we go on three.
Ready?
1, 2, 3. See you later. Oh, that was a quick. That was a quick jump.
Yeah, that was
2 against 1. Sorry, Phenom. See, he's probably talking with his hand instead of hitting the button on time. We also have a website. If you want to pop that up, just to let everyone know, you can also head to this. There it is. Look at that, dufferinav.com.
beautifully sized sign.
Perfect size. Just like the email minus the contact and the @. Very easy. Very simple to navigate. Dufferinav.com. All right. Phenom, that's Frankie. Our ass is out of here. Beautiful.
I can't hear it. Normally I can hear it. This is weird.
Is it in there?
Yeah.
Yeah. We know what's up. That's a perfect level, too. Oh. Hold on. Let me just grab this sign over here. Oh, it's so hard. It's like this. All right. On 3. 1.
I'm going to knock something over.
2. Oh, I'm going the wrong way. 3. Get it out of here. Hey, way better.
That was better.
Man, the hand really crushed that one. Well done, Phenom. Woo! St. Paddy's Day in the books. I can finally take my beautiful outfit off. Thank you to Brooksy again for hooking us up with this and making us be on with the theme. Nailed it. All the shout outs to all my radio friends today who had to listen to all their songs for St. Paddy's Day. It's over. You made it. Back to work tomorrow. I always love the day after St. Paddy's Day because, leading up to you're playing so many of these songs that we love so much, but this time it just gets so overdone, but it's all we got to play. So to the Flogamollies and the Dropkick Murphys of the world, thank you for the Irish punk rock and the Irish Rovers and everyone else. We always appreciate your music, especially at this time of the year. Thank you to Network Ryan as well as Dragoon for being in here. And LB for doing a great job stepping in. Look at him. Look how handsome he is. He doesn't look very impressed. Are you not impressed? Oh, look, there goes the camera.
I wasn't impressed because the camera blacked out.
It's been doing that a little bit. We're going to have to, but you know what it is? That's our pre-tape camera, so it gets a lot more mileage. I'm going to do some camera dancing. Either way, we will be back tomorrow. It's Tuesday. With the All Out of Angst crew in the house. Uncle Mike, look how zoomed out it is now, eh? Uncle Mike from all the bands.
Uncle Mike from all the bands.
Matt from all the bands. Uncle Mike from all the natural products.
No, we should do a swap one time.
Ooh, I like this.
Uncle Mike plays in all the bands, and Matt sells the natural products.
Role reversals. I love it. We'll see if we can pull that off. Until tomorrow, please remember, karma very, 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 very real. All right? Do good things. They'll start happening to you. I promise you, this is proof. All right? Remember that. Have a great night. We'll see you tomorrow.